Hello, my name is Lore, and welcome to the third episode of Mechanicus 3 or 2. We are going to resume off our save point as we were working through the Necrons. As I said, we are still working through and learning the game. This is a game that's very much like XCOM or XCOM 2, where it's turn-based. It does have a roguelite kind of feel to it, where you move and do certain missions that then give you options. Currently we're at the beginning of a mission. Oops. I think I just dropped that on my own head. I mean, I used to play StarCraft back in the day, and the Protoss were a pretty unique race. And so the Necron kind of remind me, not really, but a little bit, of just an alien type of mechanical race.
A million warriors, a million kings.
So he's basically a healer and a support. Not in range of anything. These are immortals with some pretty powerful guns. They do arc damage. It's kind of cool. And these are like existing NPCs on the map. I'm not really controlling them. I guess I could get over there and resurrect them. Could try at least. So yeah, there's attacks of opportunity as characters move past melee units and other units. Yeah, so this Tesla gun will arc amongst other units. It's actually pretty cool. I think I'm gonna leave them there. So the benefit of the spider is you can actually generate these scarab hives, swarms. Here, I can show you. So I just made.
Observing the field.
Try to get in range. No, far away. And then I can bring in reinforcements. So I'll bring in another immortal. I like the immortals. They cost 2, but they're pretty powerful. I think this one is built around the scarabs going in first, taking the hits, and then the immortals. It's like basically cannon fodder. And then immortals and other things come in behind it. And these are
Obedience over all.
I don't think I want to expose too far. So yeah, as you move up, it tells you if you can shoot or not. Yeah, so this ability, the Shadow Loom thing, is a artifact that I put on the guy. Basically, I think it makes them harder to hit. I think. I'm like, again, still learning all the different tools here. Man, if that thing was coming at me, I'd be kind of like, oh. Oh, that would be bad. Yeah, last video I didn't talk too much. I was kind of concentrating and focusing. I'll try to be a little more animated as we go through this. Gotta be pretty boring just watching somebody play. Yeah, it's going to make another swarm. But so far, this general or avatar or whatever is probably the more powerful because it has. I guess the spider could be on anybody. Can I just stand in the fire? Nope. I get burning. Probably not a good idea to stand on fire. So, good to know. That should be it. Right now we're basically trying to gather up our generals, our leaders.
Jebka was famed for his brilliance and notorious for the experimental technology he created. Never shy, ever circumspect, anticipated the approach to his tomb would be seeded with systems designed to ensnare and eliminate intruders.
Nefershah deployed a royal guard to minimize the chance of disruption and because security measures. Select the least likely approach routes to the tomb and assume. So this looks like a risk reward thing. So I think it's a randomizer. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So you get send a small unit of Necron warriors ahead to the main guard when they trip any defenses. So this is cautious. You don't get much. So
Nefershah, alas, had been outmaneuvered by Jebka, who had chosen these very approaches for the most dangerous of his security measures. Accelerated particle cascades doused the Royal Guard in energetic fission events, and interstitial alert protocols rose in severity.
Damn that cryptech. His desire to demonstrate his intellect outweighs his duty to his Pharaon.
I lost a unit, so this is a bad outcome? Or a good outcome? Yeah. I used the more risky. So, that's the roguelike portion of it, where you go through and you have to pick these different paths, and each one will give you different rewards and bonuses.
The enemy are scattered, but not defeated. Break through these wretched vermin before they can attempt a defense.
Okay. See what I can do.
My will be done.
I lost my spider? Oh, that sucks. So if you make bad choices, you handicap yourself moving into. really? I gotta directly battle the... Psychomancer? Wow, that's brutal. Are they on our side, or I can't really tell. Oh, I thought that was one of our... Okay.
Obedience over all.
I like those guys. I like the arcing weaponry.
A million warriors. A million.
Yeah, so this one is a support healer. It heals units, so it's best to keep your like Praetorian Guard around the leaders on all of them, especially those ones. Their arc weapons, or their Tesla weapons. In this game, if you can hit more than one thing with a weapon, it's good. I think I restore, reanimate. Damn right, I'm gonna reanimate.
The invaders had not yet breached the tomb, but there was another obstacle besides. A corrupting spider roamed near Jebka's sarcophagus chamber.
This construct should be occupied with repairing the tomb.
In response, the construct merely charged its particle beamer and...
It seems the Grand Vizier thought his privacy outweighed the authority of the throne.
State the mini grant. I tried this before, nothing happened. So I'm gonna distract it.
The Royal Guard's weapons gouged a deep scar in the tomb wall. The tomb spider's unsophisticated engrams struggled to reconcile its coded behavior with the more recent violent madness. It moved to attack, but was rendered sluggish by its conflicted programming.
Yeah, they built this in a very cinematic storytelling way. I guess the 40K universe needs that kind of storytelling. It's kind of rich in lore
This
and story.
defective construct has served as an obstacle long enough. Deactivate.
I think this is where we ended off. I had to be. Anyways, let's see.
For Kilthoth.
Maybe I'll put my spider against its spider. That'd be interesting.
A million warriors, a million kings.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. He's kind of perfect for this kind of large grouped mass formation type. I gotta kill the spider before this gets overwhelming, I think.
A million warriors, a million kings.
This is bad. I gotta get this done quickly. You get spear standing right beside something, you can't use your gun. There we go. Yeah, that was going to get overwhelming really quick. Not sure why I'm hovering, but okay.
I Unexpected visitors. I had wondered at all the noise.
Cryptek Jepka. Our Pharaon commanded you be awakened to attend him within the Sepulchre Regnant. I am surprised to find you already released from stasis.
I am surprised our Pharaon could recall me at all. My diagnostics suggest his engrammatic degradation to be severe. No. My tomb woke me some time ago in response to the alien presence. Thus far, my constructs have dissuaded interlopers. I trust the spider at my door gave you little trouble.
My Grand Seneschal, Viceroy. The title escapes me. No matter. I recall such grand weapons and cunning devices at my disposal. I have need of your craft, my technomancer.
I am your Grand Vizier, my Pharaon. The eons of the Great Sea have doubtless taken their toll, but worry not. Your loyal servant stands ready to assist you in grasping the principles by which you ruled before your slumber.
I rule as ever I did. I need no other's hand to steer my domain. Return to the Sepulchre Regnant, Grand Vizier, and yes, I shall determine the course of my command. I shall remember what to do.
Of course, my Pharaon. A million apologies for offering even the slightest appearance of doubt. Grand Vizier Jebka is at your disposal, ever devoted and dutiful.
Well, there you go. So we're waking up all the... I guess we're going through the tomb revival of the Necron. Which is kind of cool if you think about it. I mean, you've heard this told in stories.
Report, Cryptek.
As predicted, the pylons were easily reclaimed by your warriors, honored Vargard. The invaders displayed unexpected resilience, but it was of little consequence in the end.
And the weapons themselves.
My technomagic skills were enough to make the pylons responsive to the throne's command protocols once more. They are fully charged and operational.
Good. By Sankhotep's will, open fire.
The Gauss Annihilators were the pinnacle of such weapon technologies. With the strength to reach into Kivroth's orbit, their coils thrummed to bursting with energy, and their focusing crystals glowed green hot. The direct hits Vargard. The craft was not destroyed, but its orbit is decaying rapidly. It is entering the upper atmosphere.
Then the Pharaon's will has been done.
Covering. All these people are available. Critical path. Complete them. Okay. I can only pick this one. Command Lord to awaken Master of Destroyers, last of the... So this is the last awakening mission. Okay, so can I upgrade anything on him? No. Yeah, that's just a Dominion thing. So I have Warriors and Wraith. more movement, and this had more HP. So I can't really unlock anything. So let us do this final, not final, the mission for today. Okay.
Adherents of the Destroyer Creed are anathema to all non-deviant Necrons. Yet, Sankhotep tolerated their nihilistic madness to use them as weapons and enforce his rule. Their master, Nihilarch Ukensep, was of the Eupatridae, and would be necessary for the Destroyers to accept the Pharaoh's command.
Okay.
I am told Ukensep's tomb has not yet been uncovered by the invaders. She slumbers still, and must be awoken. This task I grant to you, Vargard.
It shall be done, my Pharaoh. The Nihilarch's host are known to not cleave to the will of their superiors. The task is complex.
They will obey their Pharaoh. But until such time as Ukensep is by my side, the adherents to the Destroyer Creed may need more forceful persuasion to accept the authority of a Vargard. I trust that will not be a significant obstacle, Nefershah.
I know well the caprice of the Destroyers. They...
Played one's race. Don't have much options. Passives don't have that. Like, we're just assembling the core group of leaders at the moment. Yeah.
The forbidding entrance to Ukensep's tomb was untouched by the invader, and indeed seemed untouched by any save time.
Open in the name of Vargard Nefershah, Hand of the Fair. It will not open. No great surprise. The Destroyers, in their madness, eschew the appropriate protocols. We must make our own way through.
So we just swiftly determine how best to overcome the Destroyers in forced isolation, sealed inside the tomb, lest their madness spread. Manipulate, demolish, bypass. I'll go with manipulate.
The door's circuitry was not complex by a cryptex standards, and the Vargard's force had the necessary skills to manipulate it into deactivating the locking mechanism. The doors were thus unlocked and forced open by the royal guards. The adherents to the Destroyer Creed were already awake, though Ukensep herself still slumbered. In the darkness of the tomb, they confronted the agents of the Vargard. The Destroyers gave no sign of deference to the Vargard's rightful commands. The emblematic pathways of their minds twisted, lost in waves of nihilistic madness.
If you intend to prove a point by sacrificing yourselves before accepting my authority, then such a gesture is no more than a waste of the materials of which you are constructed.
The Destroyers were still unmoving, but hyperphase fields and Gauss coils whined with growing energy as the Royal Guard attained firing positions.
Such a tiresome game of power this is, when there is but one power on Kivaroth. To stand in the way of the Pharaoh's
Kivaroth
command
is the planet,
is to
I think.
beg for execution.
I guess we're fighting another faction. Yeah, Necrons are an arrogant lot.
These outcasts know nothing but their madness. If they choose to stand in our way, they shall be annihilated.
Scythe them down!
Forged in the conquest of and little else, Amaka embodies the creed of authority proven by battle. Swift and unrelenting, she descends upon the foe in a storm of living metal. Amuka is a melee damage dealer able to swiftly close the gap between herself and enemy units to unleash. Her court is comprised of nothing but the most aggressive Necron units who are able to follow her deep into enemy lines. Cool. What can these do?
Bring me the foe.
Well, on your first turn, you can select any one that you want. Well, let's get on with it.
I am the blade. Let me give rein to our hatred. I ask only that the enemy is within my reach.
Ow.
Bring me the foe.
Picking out the leader, does that finish it?
I am the wrath.
So if melee units are standing beside, okay, I'm starting to understand how the melee combat works in this game. So melee units, you want to get up beside the range units because then they can't do anything. And if they try to move, they get hit.
Seeking the foe.
Quite understand how that
I
works yet.
trust this needless waste has demonstrated our worthiness to enter the inner tomb.
Don't have anybody reanimate, sacrifice units. I don't know how to use this Dominion yet.
To the inner part of the tomb formed a gauntlet of deadly traps. They were symbolic of the destroyers.
There is no need to incur further losses reaching Ukansep. We will dismantle or avoid these countermeasures. And
I don't know what any of this does. Send the railgun down the corridor full of spinning, hyper-dense alloy blades. Sure.
The Royal Guard were well drilled in combat with exceptional battlefield agility, and most made it through the swinging blades unharmed. However, several suffered damage from Ukansep's intricate trap.
Okay.
the destroyers are not alone in this region of the tomb. Its warrior phalanxes are also awakening. We cannot assume they remain unaffected by the destroyers' madness. Fight through them before they can demonstrate their way.
We must reach the destination, so... Okay.
Scythe them down!
So if you're a melee unit, you have to be aggressive. Why can't I move? What about you?
foe.
Oops. I think I just hit the flayed one. I didn't know you could hit your own units. Seeking the foe. I ask only that the enemy is within my reach. Let me give rein to our hatred.
foe.
The Royal Guard had reached the threshold of Ukensep's sarcophagus chamber. As the Royal Guard entered the chamber, Ukensep's stasis crypt opened, and the Nyarlath.
There you go. I guess I just did what needed to be done. I guess it was just a run into the square type deal. And this is a female Necron. Okay.
Who disturbs my rest? Such visions I had. Worlds laid barren, the earth scorched of life, the stars themselves dying at our hand. Now I awake into the foulness of a galaxy not yet dead.
Wow.
Nyarlath Ukensep, the Royal Guard has come to summon you to the court of Sankhotep, Master of Kivroth. We are to heed the word of a Vargard, the attack dog of the Pharaon, the most beloved pet fawning at the foot of his throne. We will not be summoned like underlings to grovel at court. You enter my tomb as intruders in a sovereign realm, not as emissaries to whom we owe deference.
Imams in stasis had done little to temper Ukensep's brutality or reinforce her proper loyalties. She advanced on the Royal Guard, clearly willing to destroy the Pharaon's emissaries to satisfy her pride as Nyarlath of Kivroth's destroyers.
I guess we got a fighter.
Stay your wrath, Nyarlath. Kivroth is invaded. Interlopers infest our world. Invaders? A rival dynasty? Or some manner of alien filth? Human. A new and verminous biological species, daring to seize our world as their own. Acknowledge your Pharaon's authority, attend to him, and eradicate this scourge from our world. Repulsive. The very thought of such hateful, festering flesh. It must be scoured, severed, reduced to sterile dust. If my destroyers will have their rightful voice at Sankhotep's court, and we may revel in the extermination of this teeming growth, then I deign to take my place beside the throne.
Thus did Ukensep, last of the Eupatridae, affirm her allegiance. Sankhotep's court was restored for war. Though even at this early juncture,
Eupatridae.
Nevershah could barely conceal her.
So the first 3 episodes, one was the tutorial and prologue. The last 2 have been the assembling of the Eupatridae. The core...
Aliens have dared set foot upon Kivroth. This world of Kivroth, the seat of my dynasty. It is infested. Your duty is clear. Drive the invaders from my domain and reclaim what they have defiled.
Our legions are responding to the protocols of awakening. They gather ready to march.
My destroyers pledge their strength. The invaders are unclean organic vermin who demand annihilation. They will all be ash before we relent.
My archives stir, and the catalogues of oblivion reopen. Soon, your cryptex shall once more construct weapons of wondrous power.
My dynasty heeds its Pharaon's call. This is as it should be. A lord must rule, must gather his subjects. He must issue his pronouncements. But how is a war to be waged? I would once record every facet of conquest and siege. But now such mastery eludes me.
fleeting symptom of the Great Sleep, my Pharaon. With but a little time, I am certain all will return to you. A petty settlement serves the invaders as their would-be capital. They name it Ex Veritas.
A city, a capital, a symbol, yes. Break the stronghold, break the spirit. This I remember. My subjects, ready to march on this Ex Veritas.
The Pharaon's mind is addled. The Great Sleep has robbed him of his memories and wits. It shames the dynasty. Our command protocols should flow from a monarch worthy to wield them.
Many unfortunate events happen in war. Even a pharaoh might fall to the enemy if circumstances permit. If he is made vulnerable by a faltering mind, it becomes all but inevitable.
With his destruction, we would take charge. Destroy the filth. Stir.
It would be our duty. Not for ourselves,
They're all conspiring.
but for the dynasty. An unfit monarch, making way for his finest commanders. To rule, to rebuild, to conquer, for Kivroth.
Okay. Prepare the siege of the Veritas, which we will do next. So yeah, that's episode 3. Basically, we are awaking the what are they called? We will review and get that onto the thumbnail. But anyways, thank you for watching up to this point. I appreciate you doing this walkthrough. As I said at the very beginning when I launched this, I've never played Mechanicus I, so this is my first venture into Mechanicus II and the world and the lore of 40,000 Warhammer 40k. I've always been kind of fascinated with the artwork and all the different things that are being associated with it. I did play Space Marine, and as and that game felt very arcadey. I enjoyed the storyline, as I did with a lot of different things. I like the stories built into games and the solo play, so this one seems to be pretty rich in that story, as it's exploring the Necrons and who they are in a pretty dynamic way. So so far my impressions are pretty good. I'm enjoying the gameplay. Again, it's a very XCOM style for combat. It's got kind of a XCOM world kind of interface, as you can see. So this is the planet that we are all fighting over right now. The controls are a little like, oh no, you can grab it with the mouse. But we are gonna stop there. I did get some points I can add into adding immortals. So I guess you have to pick your so this is the destroyer. No. Which one is the destroyer? Fecon, Staff of Light. So he... Which one is... This is the one that does the healing and support. That's the one that we've been running around with, I think. No, that's Tetron, the War Scythe. Reanimation protocols. It's the one that we didn't upgrade. I think this is it. This one actually has the most Resurrection, Mass Domination, War Scythe. And I have the most units unlocked on this one. I don't know. Power, Court. I'm still kind of figuring out this use. I think this is I can repair and resurrect. These are resources. I think this is just the information. What's unlocked so far. Resonant focus, inflict provoke on an enemy unit's radius. Summon a transmit portal. You know, I'll get the portal. There we go. Can I undo that? No. So this is by far my strongest. So these are level 2, and I can. Oh, okay. So what does this do? Curse. Vengeful stars, enemy units. This creates defense. So they have synergies that come together, I guess. Okay, we'll leave that as that for now. Not really know what I'm doing up there yet. I'm kind of figuring it out as I go. So he can resurrect. He can create dominion. Basic melee attack. He can curse, inflict vengeful stars on enemy unit. +1 max damage. When killed, generates 2 dominion. And he can do the portal. Allows you to use nearby cells to deploy reinforcements, so that's cool. And precision. I can't unlock anything else here. Guess I used that for this. Yeah, so that is about it. We will save our progress, which I think auto-saved. Can I save my progress? I think it auto-saves. Like, this is a natural. So, siege work. This is the first assault on Ex Veritas. So we will. So if I go back to the main menu, I just want to make sure I saved my. Look, I think I replayed a mission or two. So if I resume, I'm going to be at the same spot, right? No. Really? Huh. Oh, this was the... Okay, well, we'll just get this back up to where it's supposed to be. I guess, I just gotta walk in there and then I gotta skip everything to get back to where I was.
Seeking the foe. I ask only that the enemy is within my reach.
The Royal Guard.
Well, okay. Can I just skip all this?
Who disturbs my Nyarlathotep Ukansep? The royal weird. Stay invade. He
Not sure about the saving on this. Okay, continue. Yes, yes, yes. Lots of words are going to have to be spoken. I'm going to finish this up. So I'll stop the recording here and we'll catch you on the next one while I get this back up to where it's supposed to be. Bye. Lore, my name is Lore. I'm with Omega Gaming. Like, subscribe, share, hype the video. If you like what you see, drop a comment. If you have any questions, feel free. I'll try to answer them in the next one.
Aliens
Cheers.
have
Bye.
dared set foot upon Kimroth.